It started. And it's blue. No matter how old I get, I am always still excited for the first snow of the season. Let's plug the lights in. So pretty. They were calling for maybe 5 to 8 inches, and I was pretty excited. I know, buddy. You're gonna have to come out. Yeah, you're not gonna like it out there, buddy. I'm gonna go make you your spot. Hang on. I saw it. It's 25, but it doesn't feel that cold. Ooh, it's pretty deep. Wow. It's deep. Oh. I broke my pole. That's not good. Charlie's a pretty good sport about going outside when it's cold, but he's not the biggest fan of the snow, so I have to make for him a little potty patch so that he will do his business outside. I will say this is one of the harder parts of owning a little tiny doggy, but it's okay. It's completely worth it. He is such a good little friend that I'll do this for him. It's hard. I woke up to the most beautiful winter wonderland all outside the cottage. We got a good 18 inches of snow. This snow truly took my breath away, and the birds seemed to love it too because they were just singing like crazy. It was so beautiful to listen to. I love to be outside in the snow, and it really feels like a luxury to do something as simple as to just take out a really hot steaming cup of tea and just stand or sit out there and feel that warm liquid while you're standing in the cold air. I love the feeling of cold snow hitting my face. I think I must just run really, really hot because there's something about that that actually soothes me and makes me feel calm. You don't even have to be on the leash. Come on, let's go. Look, I made a spot for you. Go ahead, you go first. You're free, bud. Come on. Charlie might not love snow that much, but he does love to be off of his leash, so making a little snow barrier for him made him pretty happy.
Should I make a whole maze for you? Should I make a maze? I should be plowing out my car, which is like covered. Instead, I made Charlie a little spot so he can run. He's got a track now. So yeah, first things first, you gotta make your Chihuahua a track to run in. Oh boy, somebody's hiding. Buddy, I just shoveled you a spot. Should we go out? Whew, the snow's heavy, bud. I made you a spot. Come on.
I thought maybe by the second day he would kind of get the hang of it, and I just pictured him running around in circles around this little track I built for him, but he didn't love it all that much, but that's okay. We had a little bit of fun anyway. This is the last shot you will ever see with my little drone. I crashed it into the cottage after this. The cottage was fine, but not my drone.
Take a moment just to be very real about living in a small space. I had this place looking spotless last night, but it just gets messy so fast. And not messy because you're being messy, but because you're in the middle of things. Like my drone is drying off and I'm drinking something and I was trying to paint something and I'm trying to dry out my seeds. And it's like you have to put things out in your working spaces, in your living, like your working and your living spaces are the same. So I will say that that is a challenge. I would very much love to have a little dedicated, just a teeny tiny office nook where I could like leave out my painting kind of stuff and like things with plants and all that kind of stuff and it not be my actual table space. Like I want to have lunch and I want to sit at my table. But yeah, I also want to finish my painting that I got started. So yeah, that's a dilemma. And just in case when you see people's homes, they always look nice. I try to straighten up before I video in here, but this is a very realistic look at how, and like my coat's drying and my case is out for my drone and just really quickly it fills up and looks messy. And that I struggle with. We've escaped the snow. Charlie and I are on our way down to Delaware. Quick little pit stop here in New Jersey where there is 0 snow on the ground. It's melting up in New York where I'm from. And we had a lot of rain yesterday. Apparently there's a lot of flooding. I have not seen any yet, but snow is all gone down here, which I was excited to get the snow, but now I'm just as excited for it to be gone. I enjoy snow for a few days, but then just, want it to leave. So here we go, Whole Foods, something I wish was in New York, but it's not. So I'm excited to go to Delaware though.
I have to admit that I do miss living on the east side of the Hudson River. I lived there for many years and loved it over there. But living on the west side, I am a little closer to Delaware.
You want to go see Felix? All right, we're going to go see him. You're excited, buddy. All right, we'll go see him. Okay, buddy, we're going. I know you're excited.
Charlie almost never whines. It's really only when he's excited.
You missed him, huh? go get him. You gonna see Aunt Lindsay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little body.
Yeah, you're getting chilly, I know. You're doing good though, buddy. Oh.
You wanna go see Nani and Poppy?
You wanna go see Nani and Poppy? Oh, he was like, yeah. Oh, that's so cute. Go, guys. You tired, buddy? I'm playing with Felix. You're wiped out. When in Delaware, I go to Goodwill. So I have 4 Goodwills to hit up in the next 2 days.
I loved doing my Free People dupe challenge the other week, so I decided to try another one. I wanted to recreate this look. It's kind of hideous, but I also kind of love it. I thought it would be a fun one to try. And since it is a little bit hideous, this sweatshirt almost seemed like it would be the right place to start, but it was kind of dirty and covered in hair. And then I spotted this, which has nothing to do with the challenge, but I loved it. This almost would have worked. I probably should have gotten it, but I left it behind thinking I'd find something better and got very distracted by all of the awesome things that were currently in that Goodwill. See, so many awesome things, but I stayed strong because I challenged myself to only buy a sweatshirt and a dress so that I could make that Free People dupe. I thought it would be no problem at all to find a dress. Oh, that one was cute, but didn't work. And it was actually harder than I thought. And in this Goodwill, I did not find a dress that would work. I'm getting better and better at just shopping but not buying, or I guess I should say browsing but not buying. It's partly because I'm on a budget, but also partly because there's only so much room when you live in a 500 square foot cottage. This little frame I thought was perfect and such a good price, $2.99, but I left it behind. And these reminded me of the Free People outfit. I couldn't tell if I loved it or hated it. They were from West Elm, so I'm sure someone got excited when they found them.
I'm not gonna lie, today was a stinker of a day. Yeah, today was a stinker of a day. It's just to do with my father. But I am really happy that I have this little challenge that I'm doing with my, okay, good. Thought I lost an earring, which I always do. Just really happy I have this little challenge I'm doing with myself to find this little outfit in Goodwill because it's keeping my mind occupied, which is a good thing right now. So I did not find my cool outfit, but wow, this stuff is amazing right now in Goodwill. And I'm remembering, I don't know if it's like this where you live, probably so if you're in the US, but with taxes, like the tax year ending, at the end of December, people do tons of donations to do write-offs, like to finish off the year with write-offs. Plus, they give away presents they get over the holidays that they don't want to keep. So come January, the thrift stores are like, whoa. And I had actually forgotten about that, but wow. I'm finding such great stuff.
Of course I had to peek through the furniture, but there wasn't anything, which was a good thing actually for me. But one of the reasons I really want to find these 2 pieces, the sweatshirt and the dress while I'm in Delaware, is because my mom is a very good seamstress. So I was hoping to put her to work sewing the 2 pieces together for me. I thought I'd hit the jackpot since it was already cropped, but I definitely did not like the little eyes. I totally will confess to being that girl who stalks around when they bring out the new cart of things or the new rack of dresses to put out. Someone donated all of these coffee presses that were brand new, which looked pretty awesome. Somebody really scored getting those. And I checked through all the dresses. They had so many. I was absolutely certain I would find the flowy dress to use as the skirt of the new dress I want to have made, but I didn't find anything.
One last try. Please be here. Please be here.
I went to my third and final Goodwill of this trip, certain I was going to find it, and I did not. And at this point, I was starting to not feel very good, so I decided to just call it a night.
It's Wednesday, and I'm finally going home. Oh my goodness, I'm still in Delaware. This trip has not gone as planned. I've been here a week. I was not supposed to be here this long, but it was just one of those weeks where stuff kept happening, like one thing after the next, complete with sickness, complete with one of the more stressful parts. I was actually leaving last Friday because I started feeling sick, and I was like, oh no, I think I have COVID, because I was with my father who ended up having COVID. So I was like, oh goodness, let me get out of my mom's house so that the other people don't get sick. So I like pack up the car and I'm leaving, and I got to this exact spot so that I could get my coffee at the co-op, the food co-op here. And Charlie was in the back, of course, and he started whining, and I was like, oh no, he probably needs to go potty. So I took him back to my parents' house because it's just up the road so he could go potty. And I'm completely not used to, I have a car that's new for me, and I'm not used to the key fob, the press start. This is my first car that has that. My other car was a 2012, so I've never had anything like that. And I knew as soon as I got this car a couple months ago, I was like, I'm going to have a problem with this, because multiple times I've walked away with the car running because I have the keys in my hand, and I'm just, that in my mind means the car shut off. So anyway, I went back to my parents' house, got out, put the key fob on the roof, walked Charlie, just wasn't thinking, got back in the car, started the car up, and drove off to the gas station about 3 or 4 miles away. And it was at that point when I shut the car off that I realized, oh, I don't have the key fob. So somewhere the key fob went off, who knows where. And I looked and looked and looked, but no. And so I asked my neighbor if he could go in and get me another key fob in my house, which he very kindly did. And I asked him to overnight it, which he very kindly did. But I guess, I don't know, the next day was Saturday. So I guess they didn't deliver Saturday. The next deliverable day was a Monday, which was a holiday here in the US. And then, yeah, it came on Tuesday, and then there was actually snow here. And not only snow, but ice. It's still really icy. I would rather not drive today, but I think the highway will be fine. But yeah, so I finally have my key fob back. And what a mess. What a giant mess. So yeah, I knew I was going to have a problem with this. So I don't know. I'm going to have to like figure out a way, like when you've driven for a long time and then you have to change how you do it, or when you've done anything for a long time and then you have to change how you do it. My brain's not good at that. I'm in such autopilot all the time that, yeah. So going to have to figure out a system that works so I don't go through that again, because that was a pain for me and for my family and for everyone. So, but anyway, I'm going home now, much later than expected. And yeah, that's why no video came out last week. It was just not, it was not a good week. And plus I got sick with COVID and some other stuff too. So I'm now, I think, headed back. I have to go to the same gas station because I still never got gas. So I'm going to go to the gas station, and then hopefully the next time I talk to you, it will be high atop the mountaintop that I live atop, which I don't know if I'm going to get up because it snowed more in New York than here. We'll see.
I got home and there was a blanket of thick white fluffy snow, and the first thing I noticed was there were so many animal tracks all around the cottage. I don't think I've ever seen that much animal activity, or maybe I just don't realize that they're having parties at night, but it felt like that. It felt like they had a little party while I was away.
Following the little paw prints.
My mom had a bag of old lights that were being used in her backyard, although I don't think this string ever was used, but the rest of them had been. So I, despite the cold weather, decided I wanted to get them strung up because we do have some more snow moving on into the area in another day or so, and I can't wait to add more lights out into the backyard so that the snow looks even more beautiful. Okay, well this video sort of jumped all over the place, but that's just because my life jumped all over the place the last few weeks, but that's just how life rolls sometimes. But thank you so much for being here and for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it so much.